Hi everyone, this is Nancy. Today is January 16th. How are you doing? The other day, I drove to the city and saw many homeless people living in their tents in the rain. I told my master, and my master said to me, Nancy, these people are your relatives. They are one with you. What they need is not money. What they need is wisdom. I said, yes, master, I know. It's a difficult time. People around the world are praying for the pandemic to go away as soon as possible. Life is truly not convenient for everyone. Traveling becomes an adventure. People are losing their jobs. Students may have to discontinue their study abroad. Couples may be separated in different countries. One of my Facebook friends said she prayed to Kusagaba Bodhisattva and the Master to beat coronavirus. She said one of her friends borrowed money from the banks to open hotels and restaurants. Due to coronavirus, he went bankrupt. He went into debt. He closed his business. Also, I remember she said she was going to visit another country at the beginning of this year, which becomes impossible considering the situation. These are the reasons why she prayed for the pandemic to go away. So, who should we blame? Should we blame the heaven and the earth? Should we blame coronavirus? How could we fundamentally change the situation? When the Buddha was still Prince Siddhartha, there were many things, either big or small, that troubled him. He saw the buffalo straining to pull the heavy plow. He saw worms and small creatures were being cut when the plow turned the earth. He saw birds flying down to pick up and eat the worms. He saw big birds swooping down to grab the small birds. He saw the arrogant, manipulating, and oppressing brahmans and the impoverished, lowly people. He saw the hardships in poor family, and no matter how they tried, they still could not escape their miserable situations. He saw the brahmans who were competing for power. He saw the officials who were protecting and fortifying their own power without caring how to alleviate the sufferings of the people in need. He saw his father, though being the king of the country and aware of the corruptions of the officials, he still could not change the situation because he also relied on the officials to maintain his own power. Everything has changed. We wear different clothes, we live in different abodes, we interact in different ways. However, everything has not changed because the above observations of Prince Siddhartha still exist everywhere on the earth. The changed is just the surface, the appearance. The unchanged is the root, the cause, people's greed, hatred, and ignorance. Or we may say, people are becoming actually more clouded compared to our ancient ancestors. Or we may even say, people have never changed from countless kalpas ago. How to change them? How to fundamentally change everything? Only when the mind is changed, then could really everything make a change. If the mind does not change, people may be temporarily helped, but after some time, they would come to the same situation. I asked my friend, you said your friend went bankrupt because of coronavirus. Did he have other choices when he borrowed money from the bank? Was it truly because of his desire? My friend thought for a while and said, yes, he did have other choices. You are correct. I observed that during the pandemic, some people had to return to their own country, while some could stay and obtain a status that they were not able to obtain if there were not the coronavirus. One of my friends was able to stay and work in US because she could not take the plane to go back to her own country in February last year. I observed that during the pandemic, some people lost their jobs and could not make a living, while some was able to obtain more money than they had expected under normal conditions. Some people even had their savings doubled last year. The heaven sees, the way is fair, the cosmic law always runs. So let's not complain the heaven and the earth or coronavirus. Let's always reflect on ourselves. Was I too selfish? Did I have too much desire? Was I not humble? Was I arrogant? Real change always starts from the mind. Everything else just follows. This is what the Buddha and his disciples did, planting Dharma seeds in the heart of the people to open their wisdom, to help them remove their hatred, greed, and ignorance. Lead them to their self-nature. Let them see their inner light. Also, do not complain the heaven and the earth, and always be grateful. I'm Itaba. Thank you everyone for being here watching this video. Consider subscribing to the channel for weekly Dharma talks, meditation sessions, sutras, and mantras. Have a joyful and blessed day. See you next time. Bye.